Well, it looks like my account warning is officially over. That was the whole reason I stopped posting videos on this account. But now Javante the reporter is officially back, baby. Anyways, let's get to the news. So Zelensky pledges a response to Zaporizhia missile strike. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky warned on Thursday that Kyiv will respond to Russia's latest missile attack on Zaporizhia, both militarily and legally. I fear that this war is starting to take a bad turn, as the Russian territory has finally begun hit so much that they're talking about red lines with NATO. Ex-president names red line for direct war with NATO. Training Ukrainians on Western weapons qualified, Dmitry Medvedev said after the Bronzik attack. Canadian and German troops teaching Ukraine how to use Leopard tanks qualifies as participation in the conflict. But sending fighter jets to Poland would mean the direct entry. But Poland's a NATO member. Of course they're going to send jets to Poland. But it seems like they're going to use our help to start a war with us. He also said that everyone who made the decision to deliver those weapons or repair them along with foreign mercenaries, military trainers ought to be considered legitimate military targets. And now that Russia's finally getting invaded, they're on emergency footing, which is saying an armed group briefly took control of the border in Russia's Bronzik region. This operation was mixed with Russians and Ukrainians. And then, of course, here's another one on the situation, just to show you they're also blaming Ukraine. The Hungarian Prime Minister is now warning we're facing a world war, and Putin has told him. And he also said that his NATO partners is trying to drag his country into a war. He also said that Ukraine is facing a nuclear power with a population of 140 million. He also said that Russia is facing all of NATO. This is a statement which can easily turn into a world war. So a NATO country is admitting that Russia's at war with them. So now we have two sides admitting that they're at war with each other. And yet people still out there believe we're not at war. Now that Putin is in talks with Iran to give them the S-400 missile systems, Israel is starting to get closer to a strike on their country. Actually, after it came out that Iran was like 12 days away from making a nuclear bomb, Israel's been more aggressive. Estonia's prime minister said if Ukraine does not become a NATO member, the only other way to deter Russia is to give them nukes. Because they're saying even if Ukraine wins this war and become a NATO member, Russia could attack again, and then therefore bringing NATO into a world war. It seems like no matter if they win or lose, this is going to turn into a world war. The media is asking Vladimir Putin to push the red button. They're questioning if it's too early in the war for him to press the nuclear button. He is supposed to be holding a private meeting today, so I'm going to keep my eye on all this because everybody's on high alert right now, and no one knows what's going to happen next. The United States and South Korea is planning to hold the drills that angered North Korea and made them threaten to turn the Pacific into a firing range. More news next.